Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever had over 1.8 million viewers. This is now on an NFL Sunday. They had over 1.8 million viewers, and the rest of the games had around 400,000 viewers. These people are coming in waves to watch one player who has sold out every single arena that she has played in this season. Well, I have not seen the viewership reports for the games last night yet, but I'm sure that it is probably double of what the Indiana Fever game got on Sunday.
Did you see what Larry Bird just said about Caitlin Clark? It's like the basketball gods are speaking. Bird, the legend himself, is standing up for Clark against all the haters. You know it's serious when a guy like Bird steps in. But here's the thing. Why are some WNBA players giving Clark such a hard time? It's like they're scared of her or something. We're gonna break down what's really going on and why Bird's words are such a big deal. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. You know what's crazy? Larry Bird and Caitlin Clark have more in common than you'd think. We're talking about two small-town kids with insane shooting skills who shook up pro basketball. But it's not just about their talent. It's about facing a storm of criticism and coming out on top. Picture this. Bird steps onto the NBA court and everyone's like, this guy's too slow. He'll never make it. But Bird doesn't care. He's got that small-town grit and he's ready to prove everyone wrong. Fast forward to today, and we've got Caitlin Clark facing the same kind of doubters in the WNBA. But here's the kicker. Clark isn't just dealing with trash talk. She's got WNBA players coming at her hard on the court. I'm talking flagrant fouls, aggressive defense, the works. Check this out. 17% of all flagrant fouls in the WNBA this season were against Clark.
Came out a few weeks ago that said Caitlin Clark received 17% of the WNBA's flagrant fouls this season, and 80% of those flagrant fouls were committed by the Chicago Sky against Caitlin Clark League. And that's what a lot of players and coaches said about Caitlin Clark and about the rookie class coming into the league, is that that was going to be something that they would need to adjust to. They would need to adjust to the physicality of this league. So there have been cheap shots, there have been hard fouls, there have been other plays that haven't even been called flagrant fouls, but when you have the face of your league getting nearly 20% of all flagrant fouls called against her, that is an issue.
That's insane. It's like they're trying to shut her down before she can even get started. And it's not just random plays. Rebecca Lobo, who knows a thing or two about the game, said she's never seen anything like it. She's watching Clark get face guarded 35 feet from the basket when she doesn't even have the ball. That's not normal rookie treatment, that's fear. But here's where it gets interesting. Bird sees something in Clark that reminds him of his own journey. He knows what it's like to have everyone gunning for you, trying to prove you don't belong. And he's not staying quiet about it. Bird's got some advice for Clark, and it's gold. What you're doing now is going to be remembered forever. The people tearing you down, they'll fade away. That's coming from a guy who turned all those too slow comments into championships and a spot in the Hall of Fame. You can bet Clark's listening. She's out there every game, facing this crazy defense.
She's the first rookie to win WNBA Player of the Month since the award's inception in 2010, and last night it was no exception. They were sky high for Caitlin Clark and the Fever, but to start the season, they had a little bit of a rough go of it. They lost their first 5 games. They ended up 1-8 through their first 9 games, and during that first month, the playoffs, they didn't feel realistic at all. Indy entered the Olympic break 11-15 on the year, and then they really turned it around. They've won 7 of their 8 since. They clinched a playoff berth for the first time since 2016, which, by the way, was the last year of Hall of Famer and franchise icon Tamika Catchings.
Dealing with flagrant fouls and still putting up numbers that are shaking up the league. It's like watching history repeat itself, but with a new twist. So why are some WNBA players giving Clark such a hard time? Is it just because she's good? Or is there something more going on? It's not just about jealousy. These players are scared. They see what Clark can do, how she's changing the game, and they're trying to stop it before it's too late. But here's the thing. Just like Bird, Clark isn't backing down. She's using all this pressure, all this attention to fuel her game. Every flagrant foul, every face guard, it's just making her stronger. And with Bird in her corner, giving her that legendary wisdom, you know she's going to come out on top. Clark's not just facing tough defense, she's in the middle of a full-blown WNBA storm. But here's the million-dollar question. Is all this heat really about her game, or is there something deeper going on? Let's break it down and get to the real story. Imagine being so good that other pros are scared of you. That's Clark's reality right now. We're not talking about normal rookie treatment here. Some WNBA players are straight up targeting her on the court. Remember that flagrant foul by Chennedy Carter? It was so bad that the Fever's general manager, Lynn Dunn, had to speak up. She said, "There's a difference between tough defense and unnecessary targeting actions. It needs to stop. The league needs to clean up the crap." That's not just tough love. That's crossing a line. But why are they coming at Clark so hard? Is it really just about basketball, or is something else going on? Here's the deal. Clark's popularity is off the charts. We're talking TV ratings, ticket sales, merch, everything's skyrocketing. The Indiana Fever? They've got 36 out of 40 regular season games scheduled for national broadcast. That's insane. It's like Clark walked in and suddenly everyone wants to watch WNBA games.
She has lived up to expectations, right? I'm looking at her the way I look at LeBron James, right? For us, just in the women's side of things, and the hype that she had, the expectations she had.
Let's start with the rookie, Caitlin Clark-Kent. Superwoman, you see what I did there? She was on a tear, and last night was no different. Wings, Fever, Caitlin Clark set to go as she broke the single-season assist record.
She's been playing like a top 5 player in the league. She's been regularly dishing out double-digit assists in that time frame. Teams can no longer blitz her and trap her.
Some people are saying it's just jealousy. Others are pointing to race. But what if it's about the future of the whole league? Think about it. Clark's not just a player. She's being seen as a savior figure for the WNBA. Susan K. Kahn, an expert on this stuff, said there could be some resentment that has nothing to do with anything Clark can control. It's like she's become the face of women's basketball overnight, and not everyone's happy about it. Gino Auriemma, who knows a thing or two about basketball legends, put it this way: "I don't remember when Michael Jordan came into the NBA. Guys looking to go out and beat him up. That's saying something." Clark's facing a level of targeting that's just not normal, even for a rookie superstar. But here's where it gets complicated. Aja Wilson dropped some truth about race and double standards in sports. She said, "It really is, because you can be top-notch at what you are as a black woman, but yet maybe that's something that people don't want to see." It's like Clark's success is shining a light on some uncomfortable truths about who gets celebrated in sports and why. So how's Clark handling all this pressure? That's where Larry Bird's wisdom comes in clutch. Remember what he said about the haters fading away? Clark's taking that to heart. She's not letting the targeting or the criticism slow her down. She's out there every game, proving why she's the talk of the league. The truth is, Clark isn't just changing the game, she's changing the whole WNBA. And yeah, that's scary for some people. But for fans, it's like watching basketball history unfold right in front of us. Love her or hate her, you can't ignore Caitlin Clark. And that might just be what the WNBA needs to take things to the next level. Alright, let's wrap this up. Caitlin Clark isn't just another rookie. She's a game changer for the whole WNBA. The league's never seen anyone quite like her, and it shows. But here's the million-dollar question. Will the WNBA roll out the red carpet for Clark like the NBA did for Larry Bird? Look, if Clark stays healthy and keeps adapting to the physicality of the pro game, she could have a career that rivals the greats. We're talking Bird-level impact here. The WNBA's even talking about beefing up security for players. Why? Because they know Clark's the real deal. One thing's for sure, this rookie season, it's just the warm-up. Clark's just getting started, and we're all along for the ride. Buckle up, basketball fans. The future of the WNBA is here, and her name is Caitlin Clark.